Hey guys, it's your girl Valencia Griffin Wallace. I wanted to step in really quick. Number one, let me say welcome new members and happy birthday to anybody who has a birthday in the month of January. So I want to step in really quick to discuss our words for the word fast today. We're talking curse, cuss, judgment. Because it's the little things that get you that you don't think about. Now, we all know, and somebody mentioned earlier about a lot of times we think curse and cuss is the same thing, right? We've all thought that. But I'm going to give you an example without me saying. A cuss word is a word that you wouldn't use in church. You wouldn't use in front of your parents, your grandparents. You wouldn't use at a business meeting. If you wouldn't use it in those settings, that's a good idea to let you know that that's a cuss word. And we don't think about it like that. But if you wouldn't say certain things in certain situations, 9 times out of 10, it is a cuss word. Now, a curse. Now, if you think of the word curse, right, you might think about, witches or, something like that, right? A curse word or a curse phrase that we probably don't think about is things that we say, like when you say, oh, my child's so bad. That's a curse. And then we wonder why later we end up wanting to cuss that child out. Well, you've cursed them at an early age, saying that they're bad or they can't do anything. We can often curse ourselves with the things we say. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to figure it out. I'm so stupid. I'm ugly. Those are curses. So I hope that gives you guys a good example of the differences between the two words. We have to be mindful of what we say, what we do, and what we think. So as far as judgment, I'm guilty of this. We all do this. But we have to think about if someone doesn't speak to you, it doesn't mean that they have an attitude. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. It doesn't mean so many things. We rush to judgment about something's wrong with them. And it really could be that person has a lot on their mind. Maybe they're dealing with some issues at home. Hey, boo, they're dealing with some issues at home. So instead of us assuming that the person has a nasty attitude and we're judging them, it could be that they've had some things going on that day. When you're in Walmart, for instance, you're in Walmart or in the store, you see somebody that come in there looking unkept or like they just rolled out of bed. So we make quick judgments thinking they're dirty or maybe they're poor or, they're ghetto or something of that. It could be that person has a sick child at home. And the last thing they are thinking about is getting themselves dolled up to go get the medicine or go get some Vicks or something of that. You don't know, but you've already made a judgment about who that person is and what they're about based on your judgment. So these words in the word fast, things we think, do, and behaviors we display, they're not just random words. They're really things we need to think about, because I've been that person to see somebody come in Walmart with pajama pants on and a bonnet on, and I will make my own judgments from there. And then if I found out later that child had to, that late woman, man, whatever, had to run to Walmart to get some medicine or to get some emergency happened, that the last thing they were thinking about were their appearance, I would feel bad. So when I talk about cussing and cursing and judgment for today, these are really things that we don't give it a second guess, because we just automatically assume and we put our opinions and our judgments on other people. I have ran out the house before looking extra crazy times that my son was sick. The only thing on my mind was picking up whatever medicine he needed. Whoever saw me that day and whatever they felt about it that day or whatever, that wasn't my business. My business was to get what my son needed to make him feel better. So think about those things when you judge other people or you make assumptions about other people. We've all been in emergency situations. I've ran out the house before and completely forgot to put lotion on my feet. Seriously. The judgments that were, hey hun, that were probably made that day. I had my emergency lotion in the car, but I had to learn that lesson the hard way. I ran out the house thinking I've completely washed my face before and was looking cute or whatever, only to go somewhere, come back home and, see stuff I missed. I know what it feels like to be treated or for people to have certain judgments strictly based on that moment they meet you. When I'm working my other business, I'm not all dressed up and cute, and it is a way in how I'm treated versus when I look all together. So I try to be mindful the way I treat people. Most people, millionaires, billionaires, people with money and business and doing something with their life, a lot of them are not worried about what car you think they drive or what car they drive to impress you. You could be standing next to a millionaire or driving next to a millionaire and you're making the judgments about somebody because they're in a raggedy car. We do it. So I'm going to just hit my points real quick and go eat. Okay, a cuss word is something you wouldn't say in a business setting, in church. It's something that you would very much not say or, in certain situations. Cursing is when you say things like, my child is bad, my child is dumb, I'm dumb, I'm not a good person. Those are curses. You're not being fruitful. And then later will lead to cussing. If you say your child's so bad and they hear you and you're telling them that, you're cursing them. And then later in life, when you have to go to the school or visit them in jail, remember the curses you put on them earlier. So don't feel bad if you've done that up until this point. Be mindful and work on undoing that curse. If you've done it to yourself or to other people, maybe to your sister or your mom, we have to be mindful. Instead of saying Cameron was bad, because a lot of times we'll say bad, I would say Cameron was active. So the evidence in what I'm saying is evident in who my child is today. I had a friend of mine, she would say she questioned whether or not her son would graduate because he wasn't good in math. He's heard her say this. You're putting that curse on your child. You're telling them what they're not good at or who they are, and it's not good things. So we have to be mindful of what we think, say, and do. So I hope that helps you guys understand the difference between cuss and curse. And I'm going to tell you, with cussing, it was some music I couldn't listen to today because they do have cuss words. And I'm singing along, and next thing I know, I didn't drop a couple of bombs that I wouldn't say in front of my grandmother. I didn't realize that until today. Nothing happened. I'm just singing one of the songs I like. Cuss word after cuss word after cuss word. So you might need to change your playlist for today. As far as with judgment, think about them times you left out the house not all put together. Think about the times that you've had to drive crazy because you were going to an emergency. Think about the times you weren't at your best. Think about the times you had something on your mind and somebody texted you or called you later and say, hey, I spoke to you. Are you mad at me? And then you're thinking to yourself, I don't even remember seeing you because I had something on my mind. That happens. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm telling you, this fast is making me realize a whole lot of stuff, and it's going over and beyond and serving its purpose. And at the end of the 10-day fast, I will be making a huge announcement. If you haven't done the survey, please go back and do the survey. You can't complain about not liking what you get fed if you're not telling me what you want to eat. So with that being said, I'm going to drop the mic. Peace and love. Enjoy your day.